Are you ready? I am. I've got my thinking cap on. So first of all, let's revise expanding. So how do we expand these? Pause the video and give it a go first. So 3 and x plus 2. Did you remember to expand both the 3 times the x and the 2 to get 3x plus 6? Now 4 times g minus 6 is 4g minus 24. 3 times k plus 5 is 3k plus 15. Now this is a funny one. It's the same thing. Remember, 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2. So you can imagine the 2 being on this side. So we have 2 times e is 2e minus 2 times 2 is 4. And lastly, 5 times 6 is 30. And then 5 times minus b is minus 5b. If you've forgotten how to expand, click on the little corner there. There's a video and it'll take you there to revise. So here we have something plus 3 and again something plus 3 or 2 of those. And for unknowns, we're going to use x today. So we have 2 lots of x plus 3. So what can we do? We can expand. So we can do 2x plus 6. And now we can see that we can simplify by getting rid of the plus 6. What's the inverse or the opposite or the undo of plus 6? Minus 6. So we're going to write minus 6 on the other side. Well, subtract 6 on this side, that cancels. We have 2x on the left side and 26 minus 6 gives us 20. Now 2x's, so what is equal to 1x? So we divide it by 2. So we get x equals to 20 divided by 2 is 10. One more example, we have x plus 5 and we have 3 of those. So we can write it as 3x plus 5 and we can expand. So we have 3x plus 15 equals 27. Now we need to get rid of this 15. To get rid of plus 15, what's the opposite of plus 15? It's minus 15. So now we have 3x equals to 27 minus 15 is 12. And how do we get rid of the 3? Dividing by 3. So now we have x equals to 12 divided by 3 is 4. Let's do another one. 2x minus 1 equals 10. So we can expand to get 2 times x is 2x, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2 equals 10. And then we have to get rid of the minus 2 first. So the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. So now we have left over on this side, we just have 2x. And on the right side, 10 plus 2 becomes 12. What's the opposite of the 2? Well, we have to divide by 2. So now we have x equals to 6. Is there another way to do this? Let's think about it. This is 2 times that bracket. So we can get rid of the 2 first. So what's the opposite of 2 times? It's divide. So we divide both sides by 2 and we get just the x minus 1 on the left side. And on the right side, 10 divided by 2 becomes 5. Now what do we get rid of next? We have the minus 1 to get rid of, and that's by doing plus 1 on the other side. So now we have x equals to 6. So we can see that they're both the same answers. In this case, we expanded first. In this case, we divided first. Which method do you prefer? Let's do one more. Here we will expand first. So the 2x plus 6, because it's 2 times x and 2 times 3. And now we get rid of the plus 6 by minusing 6 on the other side. We have 2x, 22 minus 6 is 16. And now getting rid of the 2, by dividing by 2, we get x equals to 16 divided by 2 is 8. So now we try and divide first. So we get rid of that 2 by dividing both sides by 2. And now we have just that inside the bracket, x plus 3 equals 22 divided by 2 is 11. Now we get rid of the plus 3 by doing the opposite, minus 3. And now we have x on that side, and on the right side, 11 minus 3 is 8. So it gives us the same answers. So which way do you prefer? Well, it really depends on what numbers we get. Sometimes we get easy numbers to divide, so we use this method. Sometimes we get decimals and ugly things, so we expand, so it's easier to work with. So it really depends on the numbers. That's it from me today. See you next time. Catch you later.